Hey guys, welcome back to this other video where I go through everything that I have in these binders. And as I mentioned before in pretty much all other episodes, we're at the point where I've shown this stuff off, but it was probably a very long time ago. So at least the stuff, like this stuff, I don't know, actually this I have. I don't know if I have this. But all the stuff that's actually in the binder, I've definitely shown off before. So basically, in the last episode, we started this binder. Everything in this pocket is basically what we were doing. There's so much stuff that it literally took up the entire half hour. And these were the last two things I didn't get to. So first, we have a 2012 Las Vegas 51s versus Tucson Padres program from July 4th weekend. And you have Adini Hectavaria there. And Tucson Padres have since moved to El Paso. Las Vegas 51s have now moved stadiums and are now the Aviators. So both of these teams have changed, and Las Vegas has changed affiliates at least a few times. At this point, they were Toronto, and then they went to the Mets. Now, I don't even know what they are. Oakland, I think? I don't even remember anymore. But they did, this was Toronto. They did have Travis d'Arnaud before they were a Mets affiliate. Scorecard. This is where, I guess this is all the, no, I was going to say this is where all the PCL teams are, but no, there's a lot of other random ones, it looks like Bellingham. I don't know where that is. It's your 2012 Las Vegas schedule right there. Cashman Field, which is still around. It's used for soccer now, which is cool that they can still use it for something. A lot of ads in this one, but you know, you get what you get. And there you go. Ooh, look at that 2012 phone. Anyway, Skyhawks. This is from 2006. This is Souvenir Program. This is where the minors now play. Trust me, it actually is better than the current minors programs, which by far are the worst programs I have ever seen. There we go. Still gonna have ads, but at least this is a real program and not just ads with absolutely nothing to add. There is 2006 schedule. You can see some of the teams there. You have the Brockton Rocks, New Jersey Jackals, Nashville Pride, New Haven Cutters, North Shore Spirit, Quebec Capitals, Worcester Tornadoes. Two of those teams still exist professionally anyway. Brockton and Nashua still have collegiate league teams, but professionally, two of those still exist. So there you go. There's the seating chart, which I have become very familiar with. There's the logos, I guess, of all those teams. There's your promotional schedule for 2006. There's your roster. And with pictures now, too. Ooh. What's that? Hey, centenary ad. That's interesting. Article. If you know, I say this all the time, but if you really want to look at something, you know how to pause the video. I'm not going to stop at everything. Autographs. Good autographs. And then that's it. But at least this had some content. So anyway, we're going to get into this. Things will pick up a little bit now because all of this stuff in the sleeve, you know, was a lot of programs and stuff that, you know, look at one page at a time. Obviously, these are I can't talk. These are mainly like sheets of paper. So we'll go through it quick. So this a lot of ticket stubs, by the way. This is a printed ticket stub of the Phantoms versus Providence, opening night 2019, October 5th. As I said, a lot of these are going to be pretty recent. This is Lafayette, again, just last year. Lafayette Leopards versus Penn. I believe they lost September 28th, 2019. This is the Somerset Patriots versus New Britain Bees fireworks night. September 21st. That was the Bees' second to last professional game. They are another team that is now a collegiate team. Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders versus Syracuse Mets. This is not the ticket stub. It's somewhere in here. Actually, I think that was a physical ticket stub, so that's probably not in here. But this is the box score. Take a look at that box score, by the way. This, keep in mind, so you see it's September 3rd. This was a 1 o'clock Tuesday game as a tiebreaker. Whoever won this game won the division, went on to the playoffs. And whoever lost, completely out. So Rail Riders won. Syracuse was eliminated that day because of that. They had a 7-run lead at 2 different points in this game. And then Rail Riders went on to play Durham in the playoffs and then got swept in the first round. So, there you go. As you can see, I stuffed this binder as best as I could as well. So there's a lot of stuff in here. So this one is Trenton Thunder, Wednesday, August 21st of last year. I actually didn't even realize that I was still stuffing this binder as early as late last year, really. So this is some rosters from the Myers last year. I did pick up a bunch of these interning there. Not everyone, obviously, but, you know, as many as I could. So this is... Does this even have a date on it? I don't think it does. Okay. I thought there was a date on it, but I guess not. So this one is against the this might be the playoffs. This was the Boulders, so you have umpires there too. This was... Oh, this is literally... There's going to be a few of these too. This is literally a list of promotional stuff as well. I carried this around when I had a wireless camera, so I knew where to be when they did promotions and stuff, because that was part of what I was doing. So this is interesting to anyone that cares. Promotional schedule of the day. And that actually had a date on it. That was specific to August 28th against the Jackals. There's going to be more of those, trust me. This is kind of faded, but this is the box score of Lancaster Barnstormers versus the Somerset Patriots. Barnstormers won 5-3 on May 9th of last year. Here's another one of those. Again, against the Jackals. The night before, actually, August 27th. This is very small printed ticket stub. Trenton Thunder versus New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Wednesday, August 21st of last year, 1 p.m. One of those really low attended games. This is from August 17th of last year. I don't know why the Cleveland logo is so faded, but this is Yankees and Indians. Yankees won 6-5 that day. This was the same day as Mariano Rivera Hall of Fame celebration. Another one of these. This one's from August 14th. I don't know why it says 2018. There was typos sometime. This was 2019. Ottawa, August 14th. This one does have a date. The one that didn't have a date, I'm pretty sure, was the playoffs. This is from August 13th against Ottawa. This one, I don't know where I picked this up. I think I picked this up from the press box as well. This is just like stats and stuff. That's interesting, especially for others, another side. For a league like this might actually, I don't know if this actually interests any of you guys, because this is for a small league like Can-Am League, which technically doesn't even exist anymore. You know, you usually don't get to see stuff like this, I don't think. So, you know, especially when it's like the official stuff. Like I guess realistically anyone can go to like the roster on the website and like print it up, but this is like, you know, the official stuff, the official statistics, you know, the official rosters. And this, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that ever thought to be like, that'd be cool to keep, because really, I don't think anyone cares, but I find this interesting, the promotional schedule for every game. So every time I was doing that wireless camera, I would always save that paper, just because, like I said, I'm probably the only one that finds that interesting. But so anyway, this is an interesting story. Austin Terrio, his Cup Series in NASCAR debut was July 21st, 2019, last year at New Hampshire. If you've ever seen pictures, there were names on the deck lid, and I said, why not? And I put my name on it. So I got this thank you letter. It wasn't just this, as you can see. I also got a t-shirt, which I actually found the other day, the bottom of the pile, and signed hero card, which we might have seen before. Most likely we did. I don't remember what I showed off. I've showed off so much stuff in this series, but I'm sure I have. And there you go. Very cool. Anyway, this is another one of those. August 3rd this time. Like I said, I didn't get every game, but every game that I actually remembered to be like, let's take this with me. August 4th against Three Rivers Eagles. Promotional, July 31st against Quebec. This is August 2nd against Quebec. And back to this, August 2nd against Three Rivers. Wait, this has another side. Oh, this might have been a doubleheader, that's why. This is the 505 game. Wait, why does this say August 2nd against Three Rivers and August 2nd against Quebec? Like I said, there's been typos. Most likely, this is my guess, this date is correct. This one, they just never changed. That happened kind of a lot, and I would assume that's what happened there. Yeah. Actually, you know what? This is a doubleheader, because these are both August 2nd. So we probably played Quebec in the last series, and they probably just didn't change the name, more than likely. So this is a box score from the Mets and Marlins. I don't know why it's so small, but this is from August 7th, 2019. Mets won 7-2 that day. This is printed ticket stub of the Reading Fightin' Phils versus the Binghamton Rumble Ponies at Binghamton, Wednesday, July 17th, 105. It was actually earlier. There's remnants of a hurricane coming through. They had started the previous night's game, got suspended in the 4th inning. That's basically what we saw. It started at noon, and we saw the end of that suspended game. And they were planning on having this scheduled 9-inning game, but that never happened because more rain came through. And even in the middle of what they did play, there was a short rain delay. So it was quite a day. And for some reason, it's two-sided. And this is another, like, I get they already had this planned, but like, I like how it was a super splash day. And they actually had like hoses and stuff, because, you know, it was a camp day. So like, they were cooling off the kids with hoses. Meanwhile, as I mentioned, it was a very rainy day with remnants of a hurricane, and it was the middle of summer, but it wasn't that hot that day. It was kind of cool. It was probably in the 70s, you know. So here we are, another roster of the Sussex County Miners, playing Quebec, July 30th. So yeah, this confirms my theory. We were playing Quebec, and we just didn't change it. Like I said, like, there's very few people who are meant to even see those, so it doesn't really matter too much. There's like 3, maybe 4 people that get that sheet anyway, so yeah, it doesn't matter. This is the Pawtucket Red Sox and Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, 7-3. Pawtucket won on July 30th of last year. And we have another one. Lakewood Blue Claws won over the Greenville Drive 7-6 on July 29th. This is a stretch where I went to like 4 baseball games 4 days in a row, and 2 or 3 of which I actually had to do a game, at Sussex County that night. And these games that I attended as a fan were all during the day. So basically, I would go to, I remember Somerset was one of them. This was one of them, Iron Pigs. I'd go there and then after the game, just go home for a couple hours, then head out to Sussex County. This is the ticket stub from that game, from the Iron Pig game. This is July 24th. Wilmington Blue Rocks won over the Potomac Nationals in Wilmington. All of these games that you're seeing, by the way, are on my channel. So if you want to see the highlight videos of any of these games, you can search them up. This was kind of a doubleheader. This is another situation where, ironically, only 7 days after the Binghamton game we went to, where there's a suspended game the previous night. This is a little different than the day we went there was actually very nice. There's no rain involved. However, there was rain involved in the previous night's game. Got suspended in the middle of the 9th inning. Tied game. We saw an inning and a half of baseball as there was a walk-off in the bottom of the 10th, and then they played a full 9 innings after that. So this is also 3-2, but in Potomac's favor. This was the full game we saw. This one here, even though it says July 24th, started July 23rd. And we only saw the last inning and a half of that. Here we are. This is some NASCAR. This is the Forts USA 150 ARCA at Pocono. Christian Eckes won that race. Here's our ticket stub for that event. I don't know why my camera is just having such a hard time focusing. Ew. This is the list of events at Pocono that day. So even wrote some stuff in there. I probably wrote the name of the drivers that were going to be there. There's that. Another one of these. This is from July 25th against the Jackals. Here's a ticket stub against Wilmington. July 24th, Potomac. And I have it twice for some reason. And it's double-sided, so we get a ton of them. I don't know why so many of these are double-sided. Here we have the York Revolution versus the Somerset Patriots. Monday, July 15th. York won 6-3. This is July 18th. This is the Phillies and the Dodgers. There is the backside of that. I feel like most of these is backsides and I'm just missing them because I'm not paying attention. Okay, so moving on, we have Trenton and Hartford from Sunday, July 7th, 3-0 Trenton on this one. This is huge for some reason. We have Rockland and Sussex County 8-3. What day is this? Why do I have this? From June 22nd. This is a game that my parents were at. That must be why I have it. Because I actually don't print all this out. All the box scores and stuff are like printed by my dad, and that's pretty much why I have these. Not that I don't want them, but I'm just lazy, and under normal circumstances, if it were just me, I probably wouldn't have any box scores. But basically that's why I have these. And since my parents were at this game, because it was Father's Day, that's why I have this. This is another one versus Jackals. This was in New Jersey. So this one I was at as a fan. What's the date on this? Is there a date? June 12th. There you go. Does it have... It actually has all of the play-by-play. But for some reason the top of the first and bottom of the first, and that's it. Interesting. So next we have Ren fighting Phils against Binghamton. We saw the ticket stub for this. This is the actual box score, 8-6. This obviously started the previous day, as I mentioned before. Now I'm confused. Which one did I actually see? And why do I have two different ones? Because this is 8-6. I'm pretty sure this is the one I saw. The suspended game. But why do I have this? Because we didn't actually see this because it never happened until later. Oh, whoa. Okay, I see. So this was the final game, right? This was the final of that game. But this was printed at the time of it being suspended. This was before it was completed. So this was at the point where it's suspended right here. It's 4-0 Reading at the time in the middle of the fourth. Aha. I got it. So, this is another one of those. July 12th against Ottawa. July 13th against Ottawa. Promotional schedule, Ottawa, July 14th. This is a ticket stub from the 2019 Can-Am League / Frontier League All-Star Game. Home Run Derby night on July 9th. As I mentioned, Frontier League played Can-Am League, and now they are part of the same league. So interesting. This is the All-Star Game on July 10th. And here we have Trenton and Hartford. 3-0 Trenton, July 7th. Didn't we already do this box score? I feel like we definitely did. So I think I'm going to skip past the whole thing because I'm pretty sure we did that. This is the box score from the All-Star Game that I just mentioned. This is the ticket stub from that Hartford-Trenton game. Like I said, I don't know why my camera's having such a hard time focusing today. I usually autofocus isn't a huge issue. This is a roster of the Can-Am League All-Stars. That's your event schedule. Yeah. Huge schedule, I know. So there was a time where we played the Empire League All-Star team, essentially, the Empire League Grays. Basically dominated them. I think they actually won one of the 4 games against us, which is kind of embarrassing. But but we played 4 games against them. If you don't know, they are a very small independent league. Not much coverage on them, but they are an independent league. Basically a college, I would say they're professional, but at the same time, they're basically college level. It's a lot of college kids, you know. It's not a collegiate league. It is professional, but it's not up to par with a lot of the traditional independent leagues. And I think a lot of people that know about it would agree with me with saying that. Boulders again. This might be a playoff because it's not labeled on a date. Some stats. This might be more stats I just randomly picked up one day. This is a huge, I think this is, because I do remember picking this one up because it was like a huge packet. I don't know what all this means. Like I said, you can stop it, but I have it. And this is a huge packet, as I mentioned. I folded this thing up and stuffed it in my pocket. Come on. Just flip the page, please. Why is this so difficult? I got it. Not that it matters that much. This is a lot of stats. A lot of stats. So there it is. Another Boulders one here. Another Boulders. This one I actually took the time to write down. This one is June 21st. So these were actually, okay, this series was in June. Color's a little off on the blue there. This one is June 20th. 3 Rivers. This one, what is this? Oh, whoa, 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 okay. NJAC, Underclass All-Star Game. Be the high school. The reason why I have this is because, again, this was at the stadium, part of my internship. They're having a high school all-star game there. I volunteered to be there, and I completely forgot this existed, but I did pick this up while I was there. So it's interesting. Don't know what all that is. I don't know whether I wrote that or if someone else wrote that. And I don't know why I would write that if it was me. I don't know. It's bad handwriting, so it could be, but I don't know. June 19th against Three Rivers. Must have been, yeah, doubleheader, 5:05 this one. We switched those two around. This was June 14th at 7:05. Obviously, I had to make some changes because they just didn't change the date. So this is another little story here. We're playing Shikoku Island, which is another kind of all-star league team, but this is cool because they are from Japan. As you can see by the names here, we have pronunciations even for some of these. And I think I found something from, I think I found their program in the very last episode. So probably a lot of you have probably, are following the series, have like, you know, I've explained what this is already. But basically, nicest guys, nicest guys I've ever met. Everyone involved in the team, and they even stayed after, even though they're halfway across the world. They still stayed after and signed autographs, and people got autographs, including me. I have that. That's the entire team right there. Their stuff was a little expensive, but I guess it's kind of understandable, you know, having it halfway across the world. This from June 16th. This is June 12th. Oh, this is the Jackals roster from the game I went to. We saw the ticket stub for that before. This is okay, this is the ticket stub. I saw something else before. Probably the box score is what I saw. I have Staten Island Yankees 20th anniversary stuff here for some reason. I don't know where this came from, but I have Greg Bird, Robinson Cano, Pat Venditti, Tyler Austin, Eduardo Nunez, Francisco Cervelli. Like I said, I don't know where this came from. I don't know why I have this, but I do. John Ford Griffin, Brett Gardner, Ben Gamel, Shelley Duncan, Chin-Ming Wong, Andy Stankiewicz, and that's it. Don't know why I have that. But this one is a print ticket stub of Lakewood versus Hagerstown from June 5th. This game, by the way, was exactly 2 hours. It was a 9-inning game that took exactly 2 hours. Very quick game. And here's that box score. 3-0 Blue Claws. And the time should be somewhere on here. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. Focus. Time, 2 hours. First pitch, 11:04. Ended at 1:04 p.m. Very, very weird game. Here we have the Harrisburg Senders, New Hampshire Fisher Cats in Harrisburg, and they won 5-1 here. And here's the rest of the stuff. This is June 1st, Jackals at Miners. We have another box score thing there. We have the ticket stub from that. Again, obviously, my parents were there. That's why I have this. I don't need a ticket stub to get into a place that I am working at, essentially. Interning, same thing. Box score from that same game that I have. I don't know why I have repeats of some of these. And then there's a ticket stub from this, black and white. Actually, that might be why I have multiples, because one of them, because probably originally, because our printer kind of sucks sometimes, originally probably printed in black and white, and then it's like, oh wait, now it's printing in color, so I have both. This is another Jackals game, May 29th against Quebec. There's the box score from that. Sugarland and the Somerset Patriots. On May 21st, Sugarland Skeeters won 6-5. I believe this was some Lion King appreciation night thing too. I don't know why I specifically remember that, but it was. It is what it is. This is the High Point Rockers versus the Somerset Patriots from May 16th of last year. This is a box score. Rockland at Sussex County, 9-1, May 19th. Fun fact: this was a doubleheader day. This is opening weekend actually. Sunday. This was the second game. I don't know which game this was, but this in the second game, 7-inning game, bottom of the ninth. It had just been tied up, and then a huge thunderstorm comes with pouring rain, and I'm down on the field, and basically I have to. This is opening night, so like I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing, and so I have to drag all the equipment in to the dugout and basically just take up space. It's a very small dugout to begin with. I'm basically just in the Rockland dugout, just taking up space, and I felt bad because I was there. One of the Rockland players was just hiding out in the like little bathroom they have there, and it was. I don't know if I mentioned this, but it was hailing, so no one wanted to go out. And even when it wasn't hailing, it was pouring pretty bad, and it stayed like that forever. This is the roster for that. I did find out that day that at least the players that were on the team at the time were kind of cool though. So, next we have another box score. High Point, Somerset, April 29th. I think we're gonna wrap this up here soon. Patriots and New Britain, 14-2 Patriots. I believe this was opening night, April 26th. Somerset Patriots, High Point Rockers again, May 1st. For some reason, this wasn't planned like this, but we saw a lot of High Point early in the year. Durham Bulls, Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, May 8th. Durham Bulls won 7-6. This was one of the, I think this was the first middle of the week day game of the year. So anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. We'll finish this next time. Thanks for watching, and see you in part whatever, where we will at least finish this off, hopefully, and then maybe start this, if not finish that. So then there's one whole other binder after that. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you all later.